Well, hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Johnson. I'm with the Moses Board of Directors and also on the committee for the Farmer of the Year Award. And it is our pleasure and pride to introduce to you today Liz Graznak as our 2021 Farmer of the Year. She is from Northern Missouri. She's a vegetable grower. She works with a team of employees to bring about fresh food and vegetables on their farm. And we are certainly proud to introduce her as our Farmer of the Year. I'm just going to quote here from our plaque that we'll be giving to Liz. In recognition of outstanding organic practices, expanding awareness of organic food, and building community around organic farming. And this best exemplifies Liz. She is both a grower, a community supporter, and an educator. And she works closely with her neighbors, with her community, and of course with her farm to bring about opportunities and good food for everyone. And as a past recipient of the Farmer of the Year Award myself, I know how much honor it brings and understanding to the world of organic. And I think we've selected an excellent nominee here today. She has quite a story to tell, and I hope that you will follow her. There's a nice, excellent article in the February issue of the Organic Broadcaster. She will also be part of our Growing Stronger Organic Collaborative Conference here the week of February 22nd. So I hope you take time to listen to her story, to watch it. And also this summer or fall, there'll be a farm tour at her farm in Northern Missouri. So please take those opportunities to meet with Liz, to hear her story, to ask her questions, to make comments, and to congratulate her on her honor. And again, I just want to say from the Moses Board of Directors and the staff of Moses, congratulations, Liz, and we look forward to seeing you. Take care, everyone, and everyone have safe travels and a safe 2021.
Hi, everybody. My name is Liz Graznak, and I want to thank Moses for giving me the opportunity to say a little bit about Happy Hollow Farm and what I've been up to for the last 11 years. My wife and I bought Happy Hollow in November of 2007. And there was really not much on the farm. There was a very small house. And so it kind of feels like in the last 10 years or so, I've been in constant construction mode. From everything from a barn and a wash pack shed to a greenhouse to high tunnels, adding on to the house. It was super small. I've been doing a lot of building in the last few years. We started out with packing CSA shares in a covered barn, no siding. It was totally open. And definitely the first couple of years when we started winter production, that was pretty miserable. I would not recommend it. We definitely have winter in Missouri, maybe not quite like up in Wisconsin or Minnesota, but we can get pretty cold in Missouri. So we started off as a CSA farm pretty much entirely. I had 19 members my first year at farming. Some of those members are still with me and are good friends. I started selling at a small farmer's market my second year farming, and then moved to a larger market my third year. And I pretty much have the philosophy, go big or go home. We had one booth at the market when I first started selling, and now we set up 4 tents and 5 tables sometimes. We are one of the bigger vendors that sells at our market. And we also are one of 2 certified organic growers that sell at our market. The market that we sell at the Columbia Farmers Market is the largest growers only farmers market in the state of Missouri. And there's just a lot of growers that aren't farming organically. So that's been helpful because it definitely is a niche that we've been able to fill. And it takes a lot of help being able to sell and help that many customers on a Saturday. And some Saturdays I have 4, 5, 6 people helping us at the market on Saturdays. And we started selling year round, like about 5 years ago, I think. And so we do sell at the market through the winter months. Um, and I would say in the last few years, I've started spending more time, more concentrated effort time uh, on social media and trying to keep my story live and keep people interested and engaged in what we're doing on the farm on a daily basis, weekly basis. I think that's really helped build our customer base and build loyalty for our farm. I've also added a couple of kids to my world. Sylvia Louise is on the right and Ella and June on the left. And they're now much bigger. Sylvia is 8 years old now and Elowen is 2. And that's my lovely wife, Katie, who I will give all the credit to being a fabulous mother, because I run the farm and she runs the family. We quickly, I'm going to say like 2 years in is when I added more mechanical everything. Mechanical transplanting using a water wheel. I love it. I think my employees love it. It really sped up our ability to get plants in the ground. We started doing a really lot of really focused overwinter onion production about 4 winters ago. And Paul and Sandy Arnold up in New York are my mentors and really are the main reason that I went so heavy on fall allium planting, onions, leeks, shallots, green onions. I hardly plant any spring onions now, actually, because we produce them very well during the winter months. And that really has freed up a huge chunk of time in the spring when I can focus on other things and not so much on getting onions in the ground and trying to keep them weeded, because we are pretty successful growing them during the winter. I started doing more mechanical cultivation a couple of years ago. That Farm All See with some finger weeders I just got last fall. So that's really very new. And I have a lot to learn about doing mechanical cultivation. But with mechanical cultivation, I've really been able to grow the farm and to increase the amount that we're producing, as well as producing weed-free fields like this beautiful one from this past fall. Prior to having really good mechanical cultivation, the weeds were my nightmare. So we're able to grow a lot more now to meet the demand, and I can think bigger. I can think, I don't know, I can think bigger having mechanical cultivation. We joined the Real Organic Project a couple of years ago. Love that organization, love what they're doing to help promote small farms like mine, trying to improve and make the organic label better. So I love that organization and what they're doing. We have a number of high tunnels now. We started off pretty small, like this 30 by 96 foot, and we've gone to really big tunnels, 200-foot long tunnels. And I love growing in them. They also have really allowed us to expand our winter production a lot. We're getting a lot more organized. Everything has a place. That's made a lot easier for employees, especially to be able to find things when they need them and keep track of tools and just have a better sense of where things go. And we do a lot of double cropping or intercropping, I guess, in the high tunnels. And I try to really maximize space and efficiency in pretty much everything that we're doing. The last couple of years, I really have been focusing on trying to get better at growing and getting higher yields from things like tomatoes and cucumbers, the longer season crops. So that's, I guess, been a sort of constant challenge, but it's what I'm really focused on going into this upcoming season. I have always been pretty rigorous about note taking and keeping good records. I think that's really helped me to get the farm to where it is today, to grow the farm. It's helped me to keep employees more motivated and engaged. I do a lot of field walks and I take a lot of notes. Um, it's also a time that I can have sort of some alone time on the farm, and I really appreciate that. So back to lots of construction. We added on to our barn 4 years ago, and this was trying to improve our wash pack space and enlarge our walk-in cooler, which that really was the key to the huge increase in winter production that we now are doing. Having a much, much larger walk-in cooler to store root crops and brassica crops over the winter, it's really been super important. This wash pack space has completely changed the flow of and efficiency of everything on the farm, and the concrete. I wish that I would have done this in the beginning. It just has made such a huge difference in really like everything on the farm. So I'm really grateful that we have this new wash pack space. I think my employees also, they really like it. We have a good time in here and we're efficient, and it is the opportunity, really, it's the one place where everybody comes together and tackles a project together. Whereas out in the fields, we're split up in different teams and working on different projects. But when we do stuff in the wash pack, it gives everybody a chance to come together, and they play loud music, and I think they really like it. We also added some additional living space above the new wash pack shed, and so that's now rented space and provides some additional income for the farm, which is great. I added solar panels 3 falls ago, and that has really helped to offset the farm's energy use, and that makes me feel better about the massive amount of electricity that we use in order to run the farm. So I'm really happy that we have these solar panels that are helping with that. I took these pictures just a few weeks ago from our high tunnels for our winter production. Again, we're doing a lot of winter production, and we don't have much competition in the winter. So I've really tried to push winter production hard because there's just not very many people doing it in my area. And so it's one place where I really see that the farm could really grow. I still fix stuff. It seems like that's kind of all I do, is fix things, and I don't know, just fixing things all the time. So one of the things that I love about the farm, and also my employees love about the farm, is the diversity that we have and all the really cool beneficials and bugs and insects that we find on a regular basis. We added flower production about 5 years ago and really started to ramp it up 3 years ago. And so we're doing a lot of flowers now. We sell them through the CSA. We have flower shares, CSAs. We've started to add, last year, we added some weddings. So doing some small weddings, and that's been really fun. Growing flowers is just fun for me and makes me super happy. And I love the color, and my CSA members love it also. Love what it brings to the farm. That's one of our wedding bouquets from last summer. So again, just, a big presence at market, which I really love. I'm an extrovert, and so I really like going to market, and I like having a big display at market. But I absolutely will credit the growth of the farm and the success of the farm to the amazing people that I've had that have worked for me over the years. It's been an awesome group of young people that some of them have been with me for 8, 9 years, and some of them are with me for a year. But I've just really been lucky, and I have an awesome crew of folks. We take a annual float trip every summer. Last year, one of my employees is a big Missouri River buff, and he got us out on the river. And I live in Missouri, and I'd never been on the river before. So that was really fun. So we have a good time. We work really hard, but we definitely have a good time. This is a picture of my crew from last year, and definitely the most people that I've ever had working for me. But it takes a lot of people to grow a lot of food. And I'm really lucky that last year we had an awesome, amazing crew, and many of them are still working for me and are coming back this upcoming season. And actually, a number of them are on the farm, running the farm right now, because I'm on vacation with my family. The first one that we've taken in 8 years. And I am so grateful that I have some awesome folks that are on the farm visiting. Sometimes we have guest appearances, which is pretty fun. Um, and I would be really remiss if I didn't say thank you to the amazing group of farmers and friends that I have met over the years. Uh, they're the reason that I have learned all that I've learned, that the farm has grown to where it is today. I certainly did not know anything about farming when I started farming, and going to Moses, going to the Veg Growers Conference in Wisconsin, and many other conferences and workshops, and just meeting some amazing, amazing people and amazing farmers over the years, that I've learned so much from. These folks are the reason that my farm has been successful. And I just want to also end by saying thank you to Moses. It's a real honor to be awarded the Farmer of the Year. Some pretty incredible farmers have come before me, and so I'm humbled and honored that they thought to include me in that group. And I just want to say thank you very much.